Hey there everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. This is going to be a continuation of the meal planning videos that I have up. I think I have 2 of them already and then I kind of stopped. I stopped meal planning. It wasn't that I stopped the videos, I just stopped doing the thing that I was making the video about. But I actually really missed kind of the ease of dinner time when I had the meal plan already figured out for the week. Because all of a sudden I was back to having to figure out every day what I wanted to eat, and I'm an uninspired person in the kitchen. So yeah, I decided to go back to meal planning. I did a little bit different this time though. So I wanted to go over sort of what my strategy was this time and how I'm also connecting it to how I'm going to be grocery shopping going forward. And I say going forward, I mean for this week. I hope that it lasts, but maybe it won't, but we're going to try. Now, I did actually record this video once already, and I showed like myself writing out the meal plan, but it was a really long video and nobody needs to see me writing out words. So I'll go over what the actual meal plan is, how everything kind of all got sorted out, and yeah, any ideas for how I can do this better, not just the video, but I mean meal planning, feel free to leave them in the comments because I am learning as I go, and you're gonna see how awkward it is and probably laugh a little bit at me, and it's totally fine. I can take it, laugh away. So what I did first before making the meal plan was I created an inventory for the food in my kitchen. Now I didn't inventory things like sauces and condiments and margarine, you know, like things like that, but the stuff that actually can make up like a meal or a side dish. My frozen foods, now I did, if you watched one of my other meal planning videos, you'll know that I already, like for that one, I also did an inventory. So basically what I do is I go through my freezer, my fridge, and my pantry, and I write everything out. Then I categorize it per location. So my frozen foods, this is everything that I've got. I have burger patties, mini falafels, teppanyaki, turkey breast, 1 hot dog, a frozen meal, some green giant broccoli tater tots, and half a bag of frozen vegetables. And then the pantry, I have oats, Kodiak cake, Power Cups, Progresso light chicken soup, Jiffy corn muffin mix, an open package of pasta, 4 packages of ramen, goldfish crackers, wheat thins, and chicken broth. And my fridge has eggs, yogurt cups, bread, cheese slices, cream cheese, and 2 different types of tofu. So using these items, I created my meal plan, but I didn't stay, I don't know how to explain this, because the whole point of taking the inventory is to make the meal plan based on the foods that I have, but not limiting myself in some ways. So I only have half a bag of frozen vegetables right now in my freezer. That is not enough to get me through 7 days. You need more vegetables than that. So I wrote in vegetables in the meal plan everywhere that I wanted to eat them. And then at the end, I tallied up how many times I had them in the meal plan, then took away how much I have already on hand. And then that was what helped me calculate how many bags of frozen vegetables I need to buy for the upcoming week. Does that make sense? So for things like that, I didn't limit myself to once I can only have what is the quantity on hand. However, for other items, say like the all beef hot dog, I have 1 left, 1 singular hot dog wiener left, and I want to get it out of the freezer. So I'm using it, and then it will be crossed off the list, and I'm not purchasing it again. So that I did limit myself to how many times I could put that into the week's meal plan, because I'm not going to put it in more than 1 time, because I'm not going to be buying them again once I've eaten them. Hopefully that makes sense. So using these items, I made my meal plan. So I have decided this time I'm doing it as a 7-day meal plan. When I did it before, it was only for the work week, so 5 days, Monday to Friday, but I decided to start this one on Saturday. It is a long weekend. There's a statutory holiday on the Monday, and on days off, unless I absolutely have to be up for something, I sleep in. So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I'm doing brunch, not breakfast and lunch, because why would I get up early if I don't have to? So Saturday, that beef hot dog is coming into play. I'm going to slice it up and pan fry it along with some scrambled eggs and some veggies, kind of make like a hash type of a thing, and put some toast with it on the side. Now, there's not a name for that dish, so I just wrote out what the ingredients are, and I know what it is that I'm envisioning when I read that. So for me, that is a good enough prompt to know what it is that I'm having for brunch tomorrow. Dinner is a cream cheese pasta. This is actually a new to me recipe. I have leftover cream cheese from when I was baking, and I have an open package of pasta that I need to use, and I thought I was gonna have to buy a jar of pasta sauce, but I Googled if cream cheese can be used to make a pasta sauce, and I actually found a recipe. So I'm going to do that recipe and attempt that tomorrow. Sunday brunch, I'm going to make pancakes from scratch. I make them from scratch because I don't want to spend the money on buying the mix, and then every time I make them from scratch, I really regret not just having the mix on hand. But it'll be fine. They'll be good. Dinner, I'm going to do a beef burger patty with a slice of cheese melted on top and a nice big serving of vegetables on the side. Monday is the statutory holiday. I'm going to have leftover pancakes with eggs, and dinner on Sunday, I'm going to pull out one of the frozen chicken breasts, or it might be turkey. I'm really not sure which bird it is, but it's one of them. I'm going to pull one of them out from the freezer and put it in the fridge to thaw it out. And then early on Monday, I'll chop it all up and I will marinate it in an as yet undetermined sauce. So that's why that's not written yet. And then I'll cook up the chicken and have it with the broccoli tater tots. Oops. Uh-oh. There we go. Tuesday, November the 12th. Starts the work week. So all the rest of the days, my breakfast is my workday breakfast. So it's going to be oatmeal with fruit. And then dinner on Tuesday is a hodgepodge. So I'm having some of the fried tofu. I'm going to cook up the tteokbokki. I have one package left of it in the freezer. I'll be very sad when it's gone, but I can't just keep hoarding it. I need to eat it. I'm going to have some of the mini falafels from Trader Joe's, and I'm going to have a side of vegetables. I sometimes like having a meal that is a really strange combination of things that don't really seem to match, because it doesn't matter to me if they match. You never know what combinations you might find. Wednesday dinner, I'm going to make soup using the broth that I have. I'm going to add in frozen vegetables and some seasoning, and then I'll put in about half of the block of the soft tofu. Thursday, I'm going to have ramen with the remainder of the fried tofu that I opened up earlier in the week. On the Tuesday, if it's good. If the fried tofu isn't good, because I haven't had this one before, or if it's gone bad, I waited too long to open it, something like that, I'll do it with an egg. And I always put vegetables in my ramen. And dinner on the Friday is soup with the soft tofu. So I'm either going to do the same soup that I did on the Wednesday, where I make it myself with the broth and I add in the soft tofu and the frozen vegetables, or I'm going to take my remaining can of Progresso Light soup that I bought when I was in the States last time from Target. It's a chicken noodle, and I'll just add the tofu into that. I want to use up the tofu before it goes bad. It's a really easy thing to add into basically any broth-based soup, because tofu doesn't have flavor, so it's just adding protein without detracting from whatever it is that you're adding it to. So that is the meal plan. Now, when it came to, I'm going to go back to using the frozen vegetables because they were what I actually legitimately did this on. Once I made it all up, I went through and I figured out how many times in the meal plan do I have vegetables. So I have them on Saturday, I have them on Sunday, I don't have them on Monday, tisk tisk. I've got them on Tuesday, I have them on Wednesday, I've got them on Thursday, and then if I make the soup on the Friday with the broth, like I'm making it the same way that I made it earlier in the week, there'll be vegetables in there. If I'm opening the can of soup and adding tofu to the can of soup, I won't be adding vegetables into that. So potentially 6 times, minimum 5. And if you will recall, I only have half a bag of frozen vegetables. Now, a portion of vegetables, I think, is an odd thing to calculate. They have no points if you do Weight Watchers. They're low in calories if you track calories, and they're a super healthy thing. You can't really have too many vegetables. For me, I could easily pour out half a bag of vegetables, and that is a portion. And I don't know if that's right or not, but that's just, I like vegetables. I like them in large quantities. Having said that, some of the things will have different portion sizes of vegetables than others. Like there'll be a very large amount of vegetables on Sunday dinner when I have them as the side to the beef burger patty, but there will be fewer of them put into the ramen because the noodle to vegetable ratio in ramen is very important and you don't mess with that. So I have half a bag of frozen vegetables, which to me I'm counting as like a portion. And so I need 5, potentially 6 portions. So I need to buy 3 bags of frozen vegetables, assuming each bag is 2 portions. Now I could be wrong, I probably will be. I'll probably end up with some left over and that's completely fine. And I may actually buy 2 bags of, say, like the, what is it called? The Green Giant type of vegetables, you know, like the medley that's like broccoli and carrot and water chestnut and, you know, things like that. Zucchini and whatnot. And then for the ramen, I actually really like adding in, it's like that really basic mixed veggie combination. It's just like kernel corn, green peas, little cubes of carrot, and then kind of a bean. I hate the bean, but I can't find them without the bean. I prefer those vegetables with the ramen. I don't know why, I just think they kind of blend better. So I might buy 1 bag of those and then 2 bags of the other types. And then when I start to need to, the really like basic medley, I'll tend to use that to, what's the word? Like, I'll pour out some of the other type of vegetable and then I'll mix those ones in with it to make more. I don't know how to explain it. You'll see it during the week as I make the food. So that is how I used my food inventory list to not only create my meal plan, but to also help me create my grocery list. So I have written, it's kind of messy. When I calculated it at first, I thought I only needed 2 bags of frozen vegetables, but I actually need 3. I also need cheese slices. So in here, I'm using a cheese slice on the beef burger patty, and I'll use a cheese slice in the ramen. And then I'm probably not going to be using cheese anywhere else in here, but I do have less than half of a package of the cheese slices left. So I will add them onto the grocery list because I like cheese. Who doesn't like cheese? So I added them onto the list. So right now my grocery shopping list has 3 items. It's got milk, 3 bags of frozen vegetables, and a package of cheese slices, which is kind of crazy to have such a tiny list with 7 meals plotted out. But that is the benefit of actually going through and inventorying everything that you have and actually plotting it out for the upcoming 7 days, what you're going to eat based on that. And like I said, I didn't limit myself, so I didn't say I was only going to get to have half a bag of vegetables and then that was it, I'm out of veggies. If there was something else that I needed to top up, I might have. And actually, no, I'm just thinking of it right now. The oatmeal with the fruit. So I need fruit for, oh, what in the world kind of writing is that? Fruit for my oatmeal. But I'm going to show you something. I'm going to do a screen recording of my phone to show you a plan I've come up with for the fruit for my oatmeal that I think will save a little bit of money, or if not, at least be like a nice little change. So I'm going to go away from this screen. I'm going to do a screen recording of my phone. Hopefully it works. I'm not great at it yet, to show you something that I'm using to help me with price comparison and my grocery shopping in an attempt to save money there. And yeah, this is it for this section of the video. So we're going to be jumping right away to a screen recording. Hey everybody, so this is a screen recording of my phone, clearly. Do you see right in the middle of the screen there, that blue app that says Flipp with 2 P's? That is the app that I'm going to be showing you. So if you tap on that, it opens up to an app that you can use to look up deals based on like the specific item that you're looking for, or to look up the flyers for the specific stores that you're looking to shop at. You can search either way. So up here in the search bar, you could put in butter because you wanted to find butter, and it'll give you a whole bunch of places that have butter either on sale or not, and different prices, and you know, like where you can find it. Or you can search for a store, and there you go. So here it's brought me to the weekly ad for Safeway, as well as some other circulars. Sorry, I'm not great with like the wording of things yet. Oh, that yogurt, this one, the Olympic yogurt, I used to get that, but in the blue container. So good, but I don't go through that much yogurt anymore. But okay, so with this app, ignore the postal code that's at the top. It just sort of autofilled into that one, and I leave it with that because it doesn't really matter to me. I'm willing to drive to get to different stores, and I predominantly, as you know, if you watch any of my grocery hauls, I tend to shop at Safeway, but I don't limit myself to only one specific Safeway. It kind of depends on where I am and what else I'm doing on the day, when I'm also going to be grocery shopping, and then I'll hit up the grocery store that's closest to where I'm running errands. I'm not stores, I was gonna say specific, that's not right. I'm not really store loyal. So I do like Safeway, but mostly because they're smaller and they're a little bit easier for me to navigate, more so with my concussion. I have problems right now with Superstore and with Walmart, but I'm trying to get better at going in them because they do tend to have better prices. But anyways, this video is not about that. It is about this app that I am using to try to help me with my grocery shopping. So you can do, right now I have it under Explore, and then it just gives you a bunch of different flyers. If you tap the see all, you'll get even more of them. And yeah, you can just flyers for days. Then you can scroll down. I have items on a watch list. I'll show you that in a minute. and then you just sort of keep going and you get all of these different flyers. Now, I did a bunch of looking earlier in the day when I was looking for the frozen vegetables and the cheese slices to see if they were on sale anywhere. So you can see here, I have recently viewed flyers. So yeah, I don't know. That's really all that really needs to be said about that. Recently viewed flyers. I have some of them are hearted. If I remember correctly, it's because I tagged them as like favorite stores. I don't know. I used to use this app a really long time ago and then I kind of stopped and I'm trying to get back into it. So I probably should have learned the navigation of it a little bit better before showing it to you, but I just wanted to share it with you because I found it to be a really good resource when I was looking for the items that are on my grocery list in terms of like price comparison, but saving me the time of going to all the different stores. Now the limitation is that it's only showing me sale prices for this week and all of them seem to be the sales only go until Wednesday. So I'm not getting an idea of what like the regular price of an item might be. So say like butterball turkey bacon. I like butterball turkey bacon, but it's quite pricey, so I only ever buy it when it's on sale. But what is its regular price at Safeway versus Superstore versus Walmart versus No Frills? I couldn't tell you, and neither does this app. But it will tell me if one of the stores puts it on sale because I can search for the specific item. But you can also, let's go into Safeway. So you tap on one of them and then it goes into the flyer. You can zoom in if you want to look at something in more detail, like you wanted to know where the raspberries are from. I don't know. But maybe also like if you're having trouble reading it or you do need the fine print for something, right? So then you just scroll through, tells you all the different deals that they're having. If you like the look of something and you want to remember it later, you're not committing to anything, but you can tap on it. Oh, and that was the cat. I don't know if you heard him or not. But you tap on it, gives you an option to share the deal, which I've never done. But now this item is selected. Oh goodness, now I've taken 2. Okay. So I don't want that. But so now you've selected it and it's added it onto your grocery list, which I will show you in a minute. If you tap on something and you're like, ooh, I don't actually want that, just tap on it again and it goes away. Now I'm going to keep the ice cream unselected because if I add it to my grocery shopping list, I am going to remember when I am in the store that it is on sale and I'm going to want to buy it because I like ice cream. So you just sort of scroll through. You can see all the various things, zoom in on something that you're interested in. Let's see, I know I circled stuff in here. There, so I circled these vegetables. They're $4.49 for a bag, and it's a little bit covered by the yellow circle, but it's for bags that are 400 to 750 grams in size. Now, I did actually size compare because another store had frozen vegetables kind of on sale, but they were almost the same price, and the bags were a smaller size. So I know the Safeway is usually more expensive, but the bag size is larger, so it is going to be a better deal overall. Now down here at the bottom, you have the browse tab, search, and then lists. If you open up lists, this is my current shopping list. Now it's not everything I'm committing to buying. It's just some of it are things I want to keep an eye on and think about. Some of them are actual things I'm committing to. Up at the top, you can see the milk. Milk was not on sale, so I didn't pick it based on the store. I just wanted to add it to the list so that I don't forget that I need to buy it, which is why it's kind of at the top all lonely like that. And then Canadian Tire is selling stackable totes and they're on sale for $7.99. I'm going to have to be moving, and so that seems like a good price, so I want to check them out and see if they would be good for buying to pack up some stuff into. No Frills is a store I do not go to often. But I was just kind of in the zone of looking through all the different flyers and kind of having fun with it. And I saw the lean ground beef. 1 kilogram is on sale for $9.88, and that's like almost 2 pounds. And usually it's $10 or more for 1 pound of ground beef. So I tagged that because that's a really good deal and I think worth going to No Frills. It did say while quantities last. So I don't know if they only have a certain amount per day. I'm not really sure. No Frills isn't a store that I go to often. Nothing against it. It's just you never know what they're going to have. They don't really seem to have stable inventory, and I'm very much a creature of habit with what I'm buying. So I hated going thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to buy soup, or I can't think of something, but I'm going to buy a certain item and then they just don't have it. And it's not like, oh, they've run out. It's just they don't have it because like that week there isn't an especially good deal on it. So they do have good deals, but you have to be willing to work with the fluctuating inventory. And then I selected the Annie's pasta. I don't know if I'm going to buy it. That's sort of a for future thing. I'll explain that in a bit. And then the turkey bites are on a really good deal. They're usually anywhere from $10 to $12 at other stores, and I really like those turkey bites. But I'm torn because, see, this is what happens when I start going through the flyers. I see items that are a really good sale. They're an item that I like. They are not an item that I need this week, but I get all like, but it's a really good sale. So should I not buy it this week if it will last? Like the lean ground beef, I could buy it, section it off into smaller portions and freeze it, and then just have it in my freezer ready to use whenever I want. I could even pre-season some of it and then freeze it and put it into the, you know what I mean? So it seems like for long-term planning, it is a smart move. But short term, do I have the money to be able to do it? So I think it's a combination of those two, right? Like I went searching through. I found different things that I don't need for this week, but are things that I tend to eat or would like to buy, like the beef, but can't usually afford. And maybe if I can manage to buy them this week, then it means I'm not buying them in the weeks to come, but I already have them in my home inventory. So I'm saving money over the long run, because then instead of buying it when it's at full price, I've already bought it at sale price. It's a strategy. I'm trying to make it work. I tagged some stuff for the cat at PetSmart Superstore. So this is actually a perfect example. I really like the Campbell's Chunky Soup. When I buy it, I eat it. And I have been buying it kind of semi-recently. It's winter. Well, okay, it's fall. It's not winter yet, but it's fall, so it's soup weather, and I like soup. So I circled it because it's $2.49 for a can. I think that is a good price. I can't remember what I spent on it when I bought it at other stores. And so since I know that it's something that I eat, that I like, and that it is on a discount, in my head it makes sense to buy a couple cans of it while it's on sale, put them in the pantry. I don't need them for this week, but then maybe I incorporate them, or at least one of them, into the meal plan that I make for next week. Does that make sense? Like, buy it now but use it later because it's shelf stable. It'll be fine if I don't have it right away, and it'll save me money, because if I wait to buy it for next week, like it won't be on sale anymore. So then I'm going to be spending potentially like $3.49. I'm not sure if that $3.49 is actually the regular price of it or not, but I tend to only buy those things when they're on sale. Same with the Campbell's, kind of like the more regular soup. I really like a tomato soup, so I thought I'll buy a can now at 77 cents. Why not? Versus paying like the full price for it, right? Like, it's not going to go bad sitting in my cupboard, and it means that in the week that I do plan on eating it, I'm not buying it at full price to incorporate it into my meal plan. I don't know. In my head, it makes sense, but I'm wondering if maybe I'm looking at it wrong. The baklava I selected because I'm weak, but I won't buy it. And the chopped salad kits, I don't need them for this week. That is not something that you can buy in advance and hold over for another week, because of course it's a perishable. But it's really just, I wanted to add it there to remember that they are cheaper with that brand at Superstore, and that I do want to do like a more in-depth price comparison and size comparison between that one and the Taylor Farms brand. Now, Safeway, I had already tagged the frozen vegetables, and when I was scrolling through, I noticed the canned fruit is $2.69. I don't know what it is normally, so I don't know how good of a price that is, but it got me thinking that I might buy a can of sliced peaches and use them as my fruit for my oatmeal for my work breakfasts Tuesday through Friday. I like peaches. I don't mind if they're in a can. I like them with my oatmeal. I thought it might be a nice change from the bananas. And also, I mean, if I don't eat the bananas quickly enough, they get all spotted. And I mean, I know I turn them into banana bread, but I want to be eating the food that I'm buying. So if I open the can of peaches, yes, they become perishable once they're open, but I should be able to get through them all within the week. And whereas like you say you buy 3 bananas and you're like, yeah, I'll be able to get through these before they brown, and then one of them just like turns faster than you expected and you just couldn't get through them. The peaches I should be able to get through before they do whatever the peach equivalent of browning is. So this is my list so far. You will notice I have at the bottom the Kraft Singles cheese slices at Shoppers Drug Mart. They were the only flyer that mentioned them, and they're $5.89 for the 22 package. I'm going to not necessarily buy that there. I'm going to wait, and when I'm in Superstore and when I'm in Safeway, I'm going to check how much the store brand version of the cheese slices are, and if they're cheaper than $5.89, I will purchase them there. I can't remember offhand how much they are, but they're usually cheaper than the craft price. So I will check on that price when I'm in the other stores purchasing the other items, and then I'll decide from that point on. The milk, it wasn't on sale anywhere, so I'm probably just going to get it from Safeway because I like the jug better than the carton, and you can't get the jug in the size that I buy anywhere else. I know it's a dumb reason, but I get a better hand grip on it. So this is the app that I'm using in an attempt to be able to like price match things before I'm actually in the stores, so that I know in advance, like at Safeway, I am only purchasing these items, and at Superstore, I'm going to get these ones. You know what I mean? Like, divvy it out. And I don't have to purchase everything on one day necessarily. So where I live, there is actually a Superstore near me. I was going to be like, there isn't, but there is. So there is a Superstore and there is a Safeway near me. I don't know if there's a No Frills near me, though. I'm going to have to look because, like I said, I don't really shop there. So I'll have to look. If there is one, then I could conceivably do the round of all 3 stores in one day. Otherwise, I'll just figure out based on my schedule over the coming days, okay, well, I'm going to be in this area on Saturday, and that's near a No Frills. So when I'm out doing this other errand, I'll stop at the No Frills and I'll pick up the beef. Do you know what I mean? Like, just incorporate it that way. Because I think there is something to be said for driving quite out of your way and using gas and using time out of your day just to save a couple bucks on something. Like, I don't think it all balances out as neatly as we like to think it does. That's just my opinion, though. Take it as you will. This app, though, this is just what I wanted to show you. I don't know if you can use it where you are. I mean, I know you can use it in Canada, and I know it's good in Alberta. I just don't know for other countries. So give it a try if you are interested. I mean, clearly, I'm not like sponsored or anything. This is just an app that I'm using. So I just thought that I would share it in case you don't already know about it. I am also, when I'm in stores, I'm going to start keeping note of things that I like to purchase, I guess regularly, but also things that I like to purchase, but I'll only purchase when they go on sale. Okay, I'm going to use the turkey bacon as an example because I don't know how to say this all theoretically. I like the Butterball turkey bacon. So the next time I'm in Safeway, I'm going to meander over to that section and I'm going to take note of how much it is because most likely it won't be on sale. And then the next time I'm in the Superstore, I'm going to do the same thing. And then the next time I'm in, say, a No Frills, I'll do the same thing. So that I'll just know offhand of the main stores that I tend to shop at that sell this item, who just as like their regular daily price has it cheaper than the others. So then that way, not like I ever need to buy the Butterball turkey bacon like in some kind of an emergency turkey bacon situation and I can't wait for the sale. But you know, if there was like, I really needed to buy it for this week and it's not on sale anywhere, this way I'll just know what's the best store to go and get it at because they have like a better daily price. I'm going to start doing that for a bunch of different items that are items I regularly purchase, but also items that I regularly wait to go on sale. And then that way I have sort of a little database of information regarding price matching for these things that I tend to purchase. I don't know. I think it'll work out. We'll see. We're going to try anyways, and I'm going to drag you along on the journey. So brace yourself for videos coming your way with that. Thank you so very much for sticking with me through this video. I really hope the screen recording works. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's the first time I've ever tried this. I hope you're having a really great day where you are. Enjoy your long weekend. Stay safe, everybody. I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.